Hi, I'm Shane from Capricorn Travel in Chiswick. A typical day, you'd start coming in, you'd be checking your emails to see what inquiries are coming from various clients, be they both business clients or leisure clients. For instance, today we've some clients looking for hotel accommodation in New York. We have another client who's looking to travel to Malaysia and to do an orangutan tour. That's a tailor-made itinerary we have to check. Then we've also got on our reservation system, we have a queue system that brings up bookings that we have to issue within the next 24 hours. So we then will be chasing our clients to see, do they want us to go ahead and issue the ticket, or do they want us to hold it for another 24 hours. Then also each day we'll be distributing various inquiries to all members of staff, catching up on all bookings. We also need to check to make sure that anybody's leaving within the next 2 weeks, so their tickets have arrived from the relevant tour operator or airline, and then that we have sufficient time to get the tickets to the clients, or if they've come in to collect those sort of tickets. And that's pretty much what we do on a daily basis. But each day you would have 8-9 different inquiries, which would be 8 or 9 for 8 or 9 different subjects, be it a trip to Disneyland, be it a business travel trip to Vienna with accommodation, or a tour of Patagonia.
Okay, so what are some...
What we prefer is what we call tailor-made holidays, where you're trying to put a specific itinerary together for a client. So it's not taken direct from a brochure. Somebody might decide that they want to spend 2 or 3 days in Mexico City, then head down to the Yucatan, to Chichen Itza for 2 or 3 days. Then they'd like to fly down to Peru and go do the Inca Trail, and then head to Brazil or into the Amazon, and then head back to the UK. And that takes quite a bit of time. It'll take you a couple of days to go through and put all the various different parts of the itinerary together in terms of flights, in terms of transfers, hotel accommodation, and booking the tours, because you're dealing with specific operators who've got the specialist knowledge in those different areas. And because you're dealing with different countries, you may be dealing with 3 or 4 different operators, and then putting together that into one tailor-made itinerary for a client. That's much more fun than somebody coming in who specifically says, I want to go to Disneyland Paris and spend 2 nights at the Disneyland Hotel, 2 adults, 2 children. That's fun, you can put it together, but it only takes you a few minutes to do. It's much more challenging when you've got a different inquiry. It's not irrelevant particularly what the value of the inquiry might be, but also you're learning on the job, and every day you learn something new. And again, as we work as a team, we'll bounce ideas off each other. If somebody's travelled to a destination and they feel they might know a little bit more about it than I would, then we'll hand it over to them.
Great. Sounds like detail orientation is quite important to be good in this job.
Yes, you need good administrative skills.
Yeah.
You need to be able to, once you've got your quotes down, that you can confirm everything. You also need to have the ability to hand a file to somebody else in the office, and they need to fully understand what is going on if a client comes in. And also you need a good geographical knowledge, which is really important, even if you haven't been to a destination, provided you've been on perhaps some tourist board trips where you've done evenings and you've learnt about the destinations, you've read up various guidebooks, and you know what you're talking about. That inspires confidence in the client. That's what a client needs, because they're coming to you not just to get a price, but also for advice. So if you've been somewhere, you know that it's the rainy season, you tell them, no, that's not the time of year to go, you should consider doing this at another time. That's all part of the service. Whereas service is, again, you need to have a passion for travel, and that'll become quite obvious if you have a passion for travel. And certainly the people who work in this office have all got a passion for travel. I've travelled a lot. I have dislikes, like many other jobs, I suppose, would be long hours. In retail, you'd be working Saturdays, weekends. It's not a very well paid industry, even when you start off, and even as you progress through relative to other industries, it's not as well paid. But it's the satisfaction that you get from selling dream holidays to people, the feedback that you get from your clients. You work with a good team of people, it's enjoyment.